Hi guys, your favourite caster here, Mega Kai, bringing you some information, or at least for the captains and their players, for the Invitational, Aspect of Gaming's Invitational qualifying event for the NZD 2015 Dota 2 Championship with our finals at Victor Arena. Right, so I had some questions from some teams, and I have some information to sort of fire through to you, so I thought I'd do it in a video form as well as an email, depending if you've got time to watch it or listen to it while you're actually playing games. It tends to be the pattern you have. So if you want to find out what the brackets are, you can go along to the challenge link that's in the email, or you can... I don't know if it's on the website yet, but it should be on the website. To get more information about a tournament and what's going on, you can go to the aspectofgaming.co.nz page. Hit the Dota 2 NZN 2015 link. I'll take you over to a page full of bits and pieces. And if you go down to the brackets, tournament details, no brackets. There it is. It's up there, brackets. Right, and I'll open up this funny little picture here, and this is what I'm going to explain about first. So, right, okay. So, what does this actually all mean? This is the top 8 bracket for the championship bracket. You guys are playing for 5 positions in the top 8. The other 3 are coming from Open Qualifier 1 and Open Qualifier 2. Your position within the Invitational will really dictate your seeded position within the top 8 playoff. So, for example, the team that wins the Invitational actually goes through to the quarterfinal straight away for the top 8 position. So you're basically guaranteed 3rd position. So just to recap that, if you win the Invitational, you're guaranteed 3rd position in the overall event. And then depending on where you place underneath that, you go all the way down to the bottom tiers to play against some of the invitational winners. We did it this way to speed track good teams towards the finals, and to make it more of a competition in the lower tiers, more entertaining for spectators, and also more entertaining for the people who are actually entering the event, because nobody likes to get completely face stomped. So we sort of restructured the event to work that way. So hopefully that clarifies things. The Invitational is super important because it dictates where you're actually going to be seeded into for the championship bracket. So it's highly important. Right, so we've got also somewhere on here, registered teams. Here we go. All your logos that we have either made for you because you sent us inappropriate logos, or logos that you submitted. Most of you submitted decent logos, so here we go. The guy who organizes all the sponsorship has made it clear that you need to use these logos as your actual team logo. Right, so some of the logos that people sent us of dick pics and other bits and pieces, don't use those. Please use these. Please go into your team profile and change it to this so it matches up. And please use it for every match. This is more to create a more of a professional look, particularly for our sponsors. We do have some decent sponsors who have worked with us before. They see all the events that we've done, and they're like, hey, look, we want to come on board, and we want to look at all your live parties, your live viewing parties that you do, as well as your tournaments, and we want to become a serious long-term backer. And so for us at Aspect of Gaming, it's really important that we try and at least have some level of professionalism with some good teams in there like CSW. So please do use these logos and whatnot. Hopefully it's all the information you need. Otherwise, I'll explain the documents that you'll have in your email, or your captain will have these emails. Right, so here's the schedule, the time playing schedule at least, and to explain it to those who have not worked with this before, your particular match on the challenge bracket, which is also a link in this, these have match letters, right? So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, and whatnot. This actually dictates your password. So you don't need to ask an admin, what is my password for my next match? You just come to the challenge log and have a look at round 2, for example. Oh, I'm in round 2, so my password is going to be something I. And so that's how it works. So in this case, we've got the password set as I for invitational, and then the match bracket. So for example, match A, which is actually CSW versus DSD, their password is going to be IA. And when the winner of that, let's say it's Kaz's team, goes forward to round 2, the password that they'll be using is II. So the reason we're using that is just to cut down on the amount of communication that we need for the teams, and also to make it really easy to talk about. So if you do talk to an admin and you've got a question or you've got a query, say the match to them. Don't say it's us versus blah blah blah, because they'll take half an hour to work out who that is. If you're talking to an admin and you say, hey, look, it's match IN, then they'll immediately go to that bracket and have a look and say, okay, and they'll review your request. So just to keep that communication tight, and also it enables us as different admins to host the lobby based on who's free and what's going on. If there's a delay and if we need to change who the admin is hosting this particular event, they don't need to then re-communicate to all the teams what the password is going to be. It's already set as a formula. That works really well for us in terms of administration. It's got some links, and these are the people who are either casting or hosting your lobby, but they may change. Like I said, based on problems that occur, but times. So everything is best of ones except for the finals for the Invitational. And they've got a decent amount of time between them. In fact, you've got almost 2 hours between your matches for some of you. Some of you will be a little bit less. And they're broken up into waves. So there's a 9:30 for the first 4 matches, and then there's a 10 o'clock for the second set of matches. Please check that, and please be ready on time. It's our expectation that you're waiting for us to host the lobby, not the other way around. It's not our responsibility to chase you for timekeeping. It's our view, it's your responsibility, or the captain's responsibility, to muster his team and to be ready and waiting for the match. We ask this because we've run a lot of events, and running over on time is not really an option in this case. We're running this out of a studio, Playtech studio, so they've got very tight deadlines. We need to be out by a certain time, and so we want to make and hit all these points. And also there's people they've got commitments, other events and things that they want to do, or so we're trying to be really tight on the timings. You've got a good decent time. So for example, the time here, 9:30 best of 1, this is in New Zealand time. That's the expected start time. So the lobby should be up before that. You should be able to start ahead of that time if you're already both teams. But that's the expected start time. And there's a bit of time, a little bit of play leeway there to allow for issues or whatnot moving into the next set, so 10 o'clock. But by 10, your 9:30 match should have started. If you're holding up the event and 10 o'clock comes, don't be expected that your team is given the loss and you move to the next round, because we need to progress this bracket. 2 hours is a lot of time for a best of 1, but we did see last a couple of events where it's, it just takes one, and especially in a 16 team bracket, it just takes one team to hold up the whole thing. So we want to make sure that everybody has a good time and everybody is not sitting around and doing nothing and wasting their time, and no one feels frustrated about what's going on, and everything just rocks on. So please do stick to those times. If you have any queries, you can fire them back to me or your admin on the day, which will be Nazra, who will be the point of contact for your team. So you might have a number of admins on your list. To make the process of the day actually a lot smoother, it's probably best that you contact Nazra, who will be, again, the Steam link will be in the email, so that you can keep it all through to one person. His job for the day is basically just to sit there and look at Steam, and when people message him, to answer those messages and check out inquiries and whatnot. So if you've got any hassles or you want to challenge a team, you say, hey, look, this lineup's not the same as the one that's in the document that you sent us, you can message him, and he can then go, hey, look, yeah, you're right, or no, they've just changed their name, and he can just double check or cross-reference that information for you. That's going to be his job. So yep, I think that's everything. Cheers. Oh, actually, no, there's one more thing before you quit this video. There's a 5th place playoff, and Challenge doesn't allow me to do that. So if at the end of Saturday you are still playing, you're not eliminated when you lose. And even though it's a double elimination, it says you're eliminated. If you're playing in the last set of matches, so let's just have a look at what I've got here. So match Z and AA, so match Z and AA. The losers of those actually go on to the Sunday to play a special 5th place position match. That's not going to be in the challenge log because it doesn't allow for it. So I can't put like 2 little brackets and put a little box here and say play another match. So if you're in losers bracket round 3 and you lose and go, oh, we're out of the tournament, you are out of the tournament, but you've still got 1 game to play to determine whether or not you make it into the championship top 8 bracket. So it's your last chance in this particular event to get through to the top 5. So just thought I'd point it out there. Now that's everything.